Hotep, everyone, and greetings. I am Dr. Nteri Nelson, metaphysician, educator, and clinician, and co-founder of the Academy of Kemetic Education and Wellness Incorporated, Counseling and Consultation. This is a center where we teach the African origins of the ancient Kemetic Egyptian wisdom and do all in our power to do the healing work and the preservation work for our families. What you just were witness to is a very advanced whirling meditation practice. Many of you may be used to sitting on cushions or maybe even having a walking meditation. Many others of you may be used to going into the gym and getting on a treadmill or a cycle or elliptical. But when we are in this practice, this yogic meditation practice, we are combining many, many elements that render us fit physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When we are whirling, what makes this an advanced practice is just like in meditation where you might initially feel some fatigue or doze off to sleep. You know, meditation is not sleep, it is restful alertness. In the initial stage, the body must overcome that feeling of tiredness. Similarly, when we're whirling, we are overcoming the bodies that may get dizzy, may get nauseated, and we're indwelling what I have written about in several of my books. One entitled MerKaBa, the energy body of light. So what do we need to do to indwell the MerKaBa energy body of light? When we indwell this body, we have developed first eye activation and spherical consciousness. In other words, we think about the eye as between the center of the forehead. The first eye, as it is called in our African Kemetic studies. The eye that sees interiorly and the eye that knows. However, when we develop this practice, this whirling meditation, our whole body becomes an eye. And it is even biblically said that when our eye be single, what? Our whole body is filled with light. So we are able to whirl because we are able to see simultaneously in all directions. And when we develop this spherical consciousness, this unitive consciousness, we are able to see the part, the relationship between parts, and the simultaneous all-at-onceness in our vision. We are able to access those higher and more refined spiritual energies as we whirl and re-stellarize ourselves, re-solarize ourselves. We are really in the process of re-atomizing ourselves into that stellar light, into that primordial substance, into that primordial fiery mist from whence we come and from whence we have fashioned this instrument that we use on earth. So as we are in this practice in a very active way, we are learning how to recycle ourselves. We are learning how to tap into that finer stellar substance and remake and shape the vehicle, the instrument that we're using in our earthly walk. Imagine that, a meditation practice that is helping us on a deep cellular level to begin to regenerate ourselves, regenerate anew this equipment that we're using so that we may execute our soul work and service in this moment, and then see the way to execute our soul work in service in the next moment. So we are going to be giving some workshops, and we invite you to come and give this a whirl. You will see that it simultaneously meets the needs of so many of your other practices. You may wear what makes sense for your feet in terms of your shoes. You see in my video here, I have on sneakers. Some might want to wear ballet slippers, some might want to be barefoot. There's no one size that fits all. We'll use colorful cloths to just be with our divine in-flight experience and in our awakening, our resurrection, and our renewal. We look forward to having you join us here for these upcoming workshops in this advanced meditation world practice. This practice does not belong to any one tradition. It belongs to us all.